Hey there people, it's your favorite ho, WeedleTwineedle here, bringing you another holiday theme team video. I'm sure this is like the 4th or 5th holiday themed video I've done on the channel. I should just make a playlist at this point. Bitch, I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll leave it in the description if you want to watch the other Christmas video. But anyway... If you guys do enjoy the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle content and want to support the channel and leave me a Christmas present, the best way to show your support is to leave a like on the video, watch until the end of the video, because it really does help out the channel and the community grow. And I do have a Discord community as well if that just interests you. I'll leave a link in the description. If you just got Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl for Christmas and you want some like Pokemon, I got the best rejects around, so... definitely join my Discord server if you want to, battle and trade with me. Also, before we get into the battles, I want y'all to leave a comment on the question of the day. What are you doing for the holidays this year? And if you don't celebrate the holidays, just let me know how your day's going. You know, what are you doing right now? What are you doing, like, in the next few days? You know, just let me know in the comments, like, what your plans are. The highlight of my Christmas so far is probably making this video, because it's currently 4 a.m. and I spent, like, the whole night finding these battles, cutting them down, and now I'm narrating them, and I'm probably gonna wake up at like 3 p.m. but it's okay. But yesterday on Christmas Eve, I tweeted out saying all I want for Christmas is to not be misgendered, also $500. And you know, I made that tweet as a joke. My pronouns are they, them. If you didn't know better, you know, I understand. It does kind of get to me sometimes. Then Seth the Programmer, the anime YouTuber god, if you watch anime at all, you've probably heard of him, is just like, bet. And then he just fucking dropped to 500. And I'm like, oh. But Seth the Programmer is the GOAT. So shoutouts to Seth. He makes some pretty good content. I'm not the biggest fan of anime content, but Seth's content just hits different, man. I just wanted to give him a shout out for his very generous Christmas blessing. Very grateful for that because I've been struggling. Enough rambling, let's get to the reason why y'all are here, to see the Christmas Pokemon dominate for the 5th year in a row. So I did put together a Christmas theme team with Stantler and Delibird, which is like, you know, the Christmas iconic Pokemon. Then we have Abide in Snow making a return. And then we have Melodic, and then we have Chimecho, which is also Christmas themed. Now, Purugly, I can't really defend. It's just like a fat cat, and so I named it Furry Grinch. And then Milotic, Azura, listen, Melodic's ears look like ribbons, and then Azura's from Fire Emblem. And in Fire Emblem Heroes, they make the waifu characters all have Christmas skins. So I think eventually Azura will actually be Christmas themed. Maybe if you're watching this 2 years in the future and Azura has like a unique Christmas outfit, then she'll be Christmas related. But for now, Azura is actually my Christmas present because she's my first legit shiny in BDSP, and I haven't found any other shinies since. Yeah, I really wanted to use Melodic. If this team isn't tested enough for you, let me know in the comments. My first opponent has a very scary team. They have Garchomp Togekiss, which is a very common combo in the current VGC metagame in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And they also have Hitmontop, which does carry Intimidate, which is really good for my team because Melodic and Purugly can take advantage of that. They also have Rotom Wash, which my team is very afraid of outside of Abomasnow. And then Scizor and Cresselia are the Pokemon I'm terrified of. Scizor is just like the anti-Christmas Pokemon. I don't know what it is. It can just bullet punch every ice type I have, and then it can just set up a Swords Dance for free. And I'm really scared of that Scizor. But let's just get into this. Oh, it says the battle will end in 0 seconds. Okay, that was a glitch. I didn't notice that when I was recording this video, but why is Ilka like rubbing it in my face that they still have the timer? Like, we get it. Single battlers will never get to enjoy singles in game again. You don't gotta rub it in our face, Ilka. Like, oh my god, we get it. Maybe with like a Christmas Miracle, Game Freak or Ilka will update Sword and Shield and, you know, BDSP to remove the 20-minute timer. Nah, I don't think there's any amount of Christmas magic that will allow that to happen, sadly. But turn 1, Fairy Grinch gonna go for the Fake Out into Hitmontop, and Rotom Wash gonna go for the Nasty Plot. Hitmontop intimidated us, which gave us the Defiant boost on Purugly, which is really nice. I'm surprised my opponent let off a Hitmontop, considering I have both Purugly and Melodic on our team. But I'm not too surprised the opponent like doesn't know what the freaking Purugly's ability is because it's so uncommon. But we're gonna go for the entrainment into Rotom Wash, giving us the Defiant boost, which is like the meme strat of this team. Stantler got access to entrainment and BDSP, which means I did get access to skill swap before, but with entrainment you can use the intimidate shenanigan like multiple times as opposed to only once. So like this individual meme strat, this very niche meme strat, got buffed in BDSP, which is kind of funny actually. But yeah, my opponent's gonna go for close combat into the Purugly as they protect their Rotom Wash. Very good play, but you know, Furry Grinch is super thick, and because of the Intimidate, we're able to survive with very low HP. We're gonna go for the Lunge, another move Stantler got access to in BDSP, and now I'm gonna go for the last resort into Rotom Wash, one-shotting Rotom Wash, which is a Christmas miracle, proactively actually one-shotting something and being useful, but unfortunately Furry Grinch is gonna go down to the close combat, and that is basically the whole Perugly spotlight of this video, because Perugly is so bad, but I had Perugly one shot of Rotom Wash, so that should be enough for y'all. Unfortunately, Perugly is just, poor Perugly. The only way you can make it work is with Fake Out Last Resort, or just like praying you hit Hypnosis or something. My opponent's gonna send out Scizor, I'm gonna send out Azura, my shiny Melodic, and I don't know if it's Milotic or Melodic, but because Azura sings songs and stuff like that, it's Melodic for Azura. Gonna go for the Entrainment into the Scizor, removing Technician, giving it Intimidate, which of course is going to give Azura the competitive boost. So now Azura is at +2 special attack, and this is a modest Melodic because I did hatch this Feebas as a modest nature. And I wanted to keep it as like an attacking Melodic because it wanted to be a modest nature Melodic, so she deserves to be a modest nature Melodic. She wants to be an offensive bitch, which I respect Azura for. But my opponent's gonna go for close combat into Stantler, as, you know, it doesn't do too much because it's at -2 attack. And unfortunately, I find out that both Stantler and Scizor outspeed Melodic under Trick Room, so right now the Scizor is at +2 attack. And I'm gonna go for a Coil here so we increase Melodic's attack a little bit, but +2 Scizor is terrifying, and my opponent's gonna go for a Helping Hand as well, so I'm like, oh my gosh, Melodic's gonna go down here. But thankfully Rudelf comes in with the Lunge. We actually underspeed Scizor because I spent a really long time reading this Stantler with a 0 speed IV. It took me a very long time, but we actually got it. But my opponent's gonna go for an X-Scissor, as thankfully the Lunge allows us to survive the +2 Helping Hand boosted X-Scissor, as now a +2 Hydro Pump will knock out the Scizor, and I can't even miss thanks to the Coil boost. I don't even run Hypnosis on this set. I have Coil, Blizzard, Hydro Pump, and Recover. I don't really like Sleep Span. I don't think it's the most I don't know, honest strategy, and I think it's pretty degenerate. I mean, I don't think it's OP or anything, I just don't think it's fun to watch, so I didn't give this Melodic Hypnosis for that reason. I don't need that. I don't need that. I have Christmas Magic on my side. So I'm going to give Melodic another special attack boost with the Entrainment combo. Going to go for a +4 Hydro Pump into Cresselia, almost one-shotting it, but of course, Cresselia is that bitch. Cresselia can live any attack in the game. Like last video, it survived a +4 Clam Pearl Surf. Like, hello? Like, that's crazy. But we're gonna eat our Mago Berry with Azura after taking a close combat. This poor Hitmontop is being abused so bad because they can't switch out, or they couldn't switch out without fearing, you know, of giving Melodic another special attack boost. So it's just sitting here with a bunch of attack and defense drops, as, you know, Stantler is just reducing its attack even more with Lunge. So this poor Stantler, or this poor Hitmontop, is getting abused by Rudelf, unfortunately. But now I'm going to switch out my Rudelf and bring in my Abide and Snow, because Abide and Snow, once again, is going to be useless. But we're going to set up the Hail just so I can, you know, reset Stantler's attack drops in case I need a Lunge to chip down the Cresselia. But my opponent's going to go for close combat. They're not going to crit Azura, which I think that's what they were going for, because no way that would have knocked me out, because it's at minus, I don't even know how many attack drops it has at the moment, but a Blizzard at +4 special attack is going to knock out Cresselia and the Hitmontop, and Azura is going to put in the work, knocking out my opponent's pretty much entire team, besides the Rotom Wash, and we're able to defeat our opponent thanks to Furry Grinch and Azura putting in the work. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that battle. My opponent actually wanted to run it back. Most people like quit when you beat them, but my opponent wanted the best of 3, so we're actually going to be battling them again. And there's not much to really say about team preview because it's the same team. All I know is that I got to be really careful of Scizor, and that's pretty much like my opponent's biggest threat. So let's just get into this battle. My opponent's going to be leading off with the Togekiss and Scizor, as I decided to lead off with Satan and Rudelf. So we're actually seeing Delibird here, the Christmas Miracle Pokemon. Rudelf's going to intimidate Scizor, which means it doesn't have as much immediate offensive pressure, which is good. I'm expecting my opponent to switch out with the Scizor, so I go for Fake Out into the Togekiss slot, but they actually just like stay in and go for Sword Stance, because all Scizor players know how to do is Sword Stance Bullet Punch, because that's all you need to do with that Pokemon. It's very good at what it does, but I probably should have faked out the Scizor in hindsight. I'm going to set up a late screen here with my Stantler, as now I'm praying that my opponent just like wants to kill Delibird and hates Christmas, as they go for Bullet Punch into the Delibird, as we're able to live with our Focus Sash. And some of y'all are about to see what's coming, but if you don't, We're about to just freaking smack Sizzler with counter, one-shotting the Pokemon that ruins Christmas. So down goes Sizzler to the counter. Best of 1 cheese? Nah, best of 3 cheese right here, baby. We're gonna go for Trick Room with Rudelf, and now my opponent's gonna send out the Rotom Wash, which is the biggest threat to my team. Unfortunately, Delibird's probably faster or slower than both of these Pokemon under Trick Room, so therefore they'd be faster than Delibird under Trick Room. So I'm gonna make the hard switch into Melodic here, as my opponent is gonna go for the Follow Me with their Togekiss. I'm not too sure why they did that, because like Delibird can't really do anything to Rotom, but I'm gonna go for the Entrainment into the Togekiss, removing Super Luck, which means it's most likely Crit Kiss with the Scope Lens. They're going to Intimidate Melodic, giving us the competitive. So I really love this meme strat. It's very straightforward, so you single battlers can actually understand it. No shade, but single battlers are like, Weedle, these all battles are so hard for my brain to understand. All I know is Sword Stance, Bullet Punch. Can we go back to singles? Like, that's how some of y'all be. And I'm sorry if, you know, you feel called out by that. But if you feel called out by that, leave a like on the video. Or a dislike. YouTube removed those anyway, so I might as well just leave a like if I called you out. Anyways, my opponent's gonna go for Follow Me with the Togekiss. A lot of people will be scared. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for a Blizzard with my Azura, as it's, you know, it lives because it's Togekiss. And now my opponent's gonna go for a +2 Thunderbolt, but thanks to the light screen, we're able to survive. Unfortunately, we get paralyzed, which is just really unfortunate, but this does mean that Azura will underspeed Abomasnow, which means it'll move first under Trick Room. So now if the opponent decides to go for Follow Me, I can just go for Blizzard plus Energy Ball, knock out the Togekiss. But if they didn't paralyze me, Abomasnow would move before Melodic, so they'd be able to redirect this Grass-type move. And they do go for Follow Me, so the paralysis actually works out in my favor here. If you know, I didn't get fully paralyzed, but, you know, that's the game we play. And now I go for Energy Ball, as Togekiss chooses to, you know, follow me, so we redirect the Energy Ball, which is unfortunate. And now the Thunderbolt is going to knock out poor Azura. So, unfortunately, we got fully paired and bodied, but you want to know what? It's okay. It's okay. It be what it be. Because Togekiss is going to go down to the Hail, and Abomasnow does threaten this Rotom Wash, so we still can win this battle. It's just going to be pretty difficult, because if my opponent has, you know, something bulky in the back, it's going to be really hard for me to break it as they send out their Cresselia. So in comes Cresselia, and my opponent's going to protect the Rotom because they're fearing the Grass-type attack, which is totally fair, and there is only one turn of Trick Room left. I go for Fake Out into the Cresselia because I'm assuming that they're going to just, you know, attack or Calm Mind, so I go for Energy Ball into Rotom as they protect themselves, and now Trick Room is going to wear off after the Hail. So this is really bad for me because Cresselia just doesn't take much damage, and, you know, the Rotom Wash is just at +2 special attack. So right now, I go for a final gambit, basically. I go for a Destiny Bond with my Satan, just hoping that one of these Pokemon decides to target into Santa. As my opponent goes for Thunderbolt, unfortunately they target Abomasnow, but it's fine because my opponent decides to Psychic into the Delibird slot with Cresselia, as Satan is gonna go down, but Santa is gonna take down Cresselia with, you know, with the power of Christmas. We're going to take down Cresselia. As now Abide Snow is going to finish off the Rotom Wash with an Energy Ball, as we're able to defeat the opponent once again thanks to the Entrainment, you know, best of 1 cheese. I just want a best of 3, bitch. Fight me. But yeah, that's the end of that best of 3. I do have one more battle for y'all. My final opponent's team is very threatening. What a surprise. They have Latios, Raikou, Garchomp, Cresselia, Scizor, and Heatran. So a lot of legendaries and just, you know, strong Pokemon in general. But let's just get into this final battle against Jackson, who decides to lead off with Saber and Landshark. Very original nicknames. I'm going to decide to lead off with my Azura and my Rudelf because I wanted to go for the Entrainment combo ASAP because Melodic was just pretty strong into their team. Outside of this Raikou, Raikou is pretty scary, but even though Raikou can hit me with a Thunderbolt, Melodic can definitely tank one because Melodic is a specially defensive god. So my opponent decides to go for Light Screen with the Raikou, which sort of surprised me, but I guess Dual Screen Raikou is like the most popular set according to Picolytics, so I guess that's not too surprising. As my opponent is going to go for a Sword Stance with the Garchomp, which, of course, everyone in this video is just going for setup moves turn 1. As am I, because I go for Coil with my Melodic just because I do have both Blizzard and Hydro Pump, and I don't want to be missing those moves, so I want to get my accuracy and defense increased. As now I'm going to set up the Trick Room with my Stantler. So Rudolph being the supportive dad that we all need and love. Raiku's going to switch out for some odd reason. I'm not too sure why, as they're going to send out their Sailor Moon, their Cresselia. And this is where I realized that, like, wait a minute. They switched in the Cresselia for a reason, right? But that is their biggest mistake ever, because we're going to entrain it into Cresselia and take away the Levitate. And this is kind of why I saved this battle for last, because I was going to show the best of 3 after this battle, but this interaction right here is like your reward for watching till the end of the video, just because it's such a funny turn. It doesn't even like change the outcome of the game very much, but I go for a Blizzard with Melodic, as you know, Garchomp munches on the Yachi Berry, which allows it to live, which I'm kind of grateful for because it means it can click the Earthquake, which will hit their own Cresselia because I removed their Levitate, which I didn't plan on that happening, to be honest with you, but we'll take it, as, you know, Cresselia doesn't take too much damage because Cresselia is a defensive god, because it is Cresselia. And now the Land Shark is going to go for Protect because they're expecting me to go for another Blizzard, as I try to go for the Entrainment into Garchomp to give myself another competitive boost. My opponent makes a smart play. I go for Coil again just because I wanted to get more defense boosts and accuracy increases, just so Blizzard can't miss no matter what. As another Cresselia is going to go for a Psychic into the Rudolph slot. I guess they're mad at Rudolph because they keep giving the Melodic special attack boost, which is totally fair. They want to knock out Rudolph, which, you know, everyone hates Rudolph because, you know, he has a red nose. But now I'm going to switch out into my Sleigh Bells, my Chimecho, as now I'm going to go for a Blizzard into the Garchomp, which will knock it out and do some pretty good damage to Cresselia. Actually, I'm not going to lie, that did nothing. But I don't know what, Melodic is trying her best. And now Cresselia is going to go for the Moonlight, just proving the point that Cresselia just never dies. It's so annoying. I'm glad that Cresselia got Power Crept in later gens, because I do not miss this Pokemon at all in Sword and Shield, but I will take Cresselia over Zacian and Calyrex and Regieleki and Rillaboom any day of the week. That's for sure. But now in comes Raikou, and I'm going to go for the Psych up here into my Melodic to copy all those defense, accuracy, and special attack boosts to boost up Chimecho's Stored Power, because Chimecho does have access to Stored Power still, and BDSP is one of the very few Pokemon who still have access to Stored Power, and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so I had to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, Caseytron doesn't have access to Stored Power anymore, so going for the Simple Beam Trace Strats isn't nearly as effective without Stored Power. Here, Trickroom's going to wear off, which is really unfortunate, because that means Raikou will knock me out. We'll be able to outspeed Melodic and knock me out with the Thunderbolt, so that is really tragic for me. And now Thunderbolt will knock out Azura, so unfortunately, You Are the Ocean's Great Waves will go down. And now, I go for Cosmic Power with my Chimecho just because I wanted to use Cosmic Power, just because I know that Cresselia is in the back, and I want to be able to increase my Stored Power damage even more. So now I'm going to bring in my Satan here, go for the Fake Out into the Rock, Paper, Scissor, because my opponent's nicknames are almost as original as their team. Almost. Very, very close. But I'm going to go for a Stored Power into the Raikou, which will knock it out. And they kind of flopped and tried to click Light Screen there, but they still had their Light Screen active, which is a mood because I always miscount my shit, so I understand my opponent's pain. But, you know, they did kind of waste their Raikou's turn there, which kind of sucks for them. But now I'm going to switch out on my Satan because I want to keep Fake Out pressure for in the back. And I want to bring out my Rudolph to intimidate the Scizor, because Rudolph is the supportive dad that we all wish we had, because Rudolph is just the supportive god reindeer. I don't know. But here, the Cresselia is going to click Psychic and knock out the Stantler. I would assume they would try to set up Calm Minds or try to, you know, damage the Chimecho, but I guess they're going to rely on Scizor for that. I'm going to go for Stored Power into Scizor, trying to knock it out, but because of the light screen, it does absolutely nothing. And now Scizor is going to go for the X-Scissor, but thanks to the Intimidate and a bunch of Coil boosts, X-Scissor does absolutely nothing to Sleigh Bell, because Sleigh Bell is just ready to destroy people, because it has all those defense, special attack, and accuracy boosts. And accuracy boosts do increase Stored Power, Space Power. But now I'm going to send in my Satan here, who has all that fire in the ball cap, so I thought that was a nice touch. And now I'm going to go for the Fake Out into the Scizor just to stop it from going for X-Scissor. And the Cresselia is going to go for a Psychic into my Delibird because my opponent just hates Christmas apparently, which is totally fair. Not that Cresselia could really hurt Chimecho to begin with, so I kind of understand that play. But Stored Power will knock out the Rock, Paper, Scissors. Down goes Booger Scizor. And now this Cresselia is the final Pokemon, and it's going to take me a while to break through this because Cresselia is defensive and really annoying, but I just go for the final Gambit Destiny Bond just on the off chance my opponent decides to target into Delibird again. we can just end this battle off quicker. And of course, because I'm uploading this video, they do go for Psychic into Satan, which will take down the Cresselia because Satan is the demon burb, the true carry for the Christmas theme team. Down goes Sailor Moon, and we're able to defeat our opponent thanks to the Delibird and, Chimecho coming in clutch. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that Christmas special. I even saved that because I was proud of that Destiny Bond play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Christmas special video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment. It really helps out the channel. And don't forget to let me know in the comments what your plans are for the holiday and what you got for Christmas, as I'm curious to see, what you guys have to say. But thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. I love you all very, very much, and I'll check you guys in my next video.